our curriculum for grade 1. So my daughter's starting grade 2, so I will be telling you how we like our curriculum and all the books that we use. So I'm going to start with math. So for math we use Saxon, and she used this meeting book, and it's like calendar, and then every month she had to graph the weather and follow patterns and stuff like that. So we did this throughout the year at the beginning of each lesson for math. And she also worked on out of 2 workbooks, and the pages were detachable, so we just collect them all together in this binder. And so she had assessments, and then she had, it goes by lesson, so she had like one of these practice sheets every day, and then she also had worksheets. So this would be the beginning of one lesson, so she had to do all that, her practice sheet, and sometimes there was a little bit extra activities. And so that's what we did for math. For language arts, we started using the end of our Jolie phonics curriculum, which we used at the end of last year, and we didn't finish it off, and we basically just had left the side words, which are this, and there's 2 pages, I think. Yeah, there's two printable pages, and all the long vowel sounds we had left. So we finished that off, and once we were done with all that, so this is Jolie phonics, and once we were done with that, we moved on to Jolie Grammar. And so she started working out of this book, and it's very basic, and it's very much a review of sounds, the very last sounds on Jolie phonics. And so she had a few activities, spelling, writing, and so we were working out of these books, or out of this book. And then I also found the grammar workbook, and it comes in a set of 6 books, but we didn't finish all of them. We just got to, I think she barely finished book number 4. So it's basically the same thing as the other book, but more practice, I guess. And they're starting to introduce cursive writing. So yeah, that's a lot of spelling and sight words and tricky words. So she finished book 1, 2, and 3. So this is what it looked like. And I was feeling like we needed to do a little bit more, and then I had to get another book for Jolie Grammar, but it was a little bit too pricey, so I looked into switch to a different curriculum to supplement the Jolie Grammar. And I found on a channel, I think her name is Mama24, and she was suggesting this one. It's called First Language Lessons for the Well-Trained Mind, and I really liked it. The lessons are very short, and it's very repetitive, but it's very good. We really liked it, and it has a little bit of everything. So there's poems, there is narration, there is grammar rules, like what's a noun, what's a pronoun, and stuff like that. And they also looked at like, for example, this lesson has a picture, and then those are like real paintings, and then you ask your kid a couple questions about the paintings, and then you can look at it online. So I really like this book. So for next year, we're gonna continue with First Language Lessons for the Well-Trained Mind on level 2. And so we supplemented all this with this one, and it worked out good. The other thing we used was for Bible. We obviously read out of a devotional, but I don't have it with me right now, but it's just Jesus Calling devotional. And then she would do a couple pages on this book, which is called First Grade Enjoying God's Gifts. So yeah, it's just little activities for her to do. She has to answer questions and read verses and quizzes and all kinds of fun stuff, coloring and finding the word and all that kind of stuff. So she really enjoyed this one, but I found a different one for next year that I will show you in my next video. So this is what we use for our Bible curriculum. And for our science curriculum, we use this one. And it's a very, very small book, but we could supplement it with library books depending on her interest. So there's all kinds of topics, and each time she finished a lesson, she got to put a star, so that was very exciting for her. So there's all kinds of lessons in here. There's muscles, bones, organs, heart, teeth, animal food, catching prey, mouth, habitats, a bunch of lessons there. It's all total of 48 or 47, I guess. And yeah, it was short but very well explained and very easy to understand for my daughter. And yeah, like at the end it comes with the answers to just double check that she's doing it properly, and there's like a little certificate. And so it was a fun book, and we're gonna work on grade 2 for the same type of curriculum. So this is science. And then we did also the same curriculum for geography. This is what we use. And same thing, she had stars to put on her lessons, on each lessons, and they started with a very basic geography, your world, earth, maps, compass directions, continents, and then they went by each continent, and then they went by oceans, and then each ocean, and then landmarks, habitats, and then they explained what a country is, borders, provinces, and territories, and then they spoke a little bit about the 50 states. And we live in Canada, so we went through the lesson, but we didn't went deep in it, and I kind of switched it to explain her a little bit more about Canada and the provinces and the territories and all that kind of stuff. And then they go into cities, towns, maps and keys, map reading, and all that kind of stuff. So it was a fun book again. She really liked it. It was same thing, the lessons are very short but very understandable, very easy to catch on, and she really liked it. And same thing, if she was interested in one specific topic, we would just go get books from the library and supplement it with that, and that worked out really good. And then we did history. For history, we started working on this book, and we didn't went super deep because there's a lot of information in this book. So we just did like a general Canada review, like basic information, and then we started going through each province. So basically I wanted her to get familiar with the flag and the capital, the name of the capital, and where they are on the map. So we went through all the provinces. But so each lesson you have the province, the name, the population, the size of the province, and all that, and they give you like the coat of arms, the typical bird, tree, flower, and a few other important things about that province. And then after each province, they show you people, places, and events that are relevant to that province. So we didn't go through that because I felt it was a bit too much for her, but that's what it looked like. So we did this for history. It's called The Kids Book of Canada, and I forgot to mention these 3 books. I got them off of these ones I got them off of Amazon. This one I got it from the Christian book website, and this one's the grammar, Jolie Grammar and First Language Lessons were off of Amazon as well, and the Saxon Math was off of Amazon as well. And we also did a little bit of art. So my daughter, for our art, she takes piano lessons, but I just thought, you know, to do a little bit fun, we'll add a little bit more. So we started working on this book, and you might notice that it's in French. We are a trilingual family, so my kids on a daily basis are familiar listening to Spanish, English, and French. And so my husband speaks French to them, and last summer we went to Quebec, and I was able to go to a bookstore, and I found this really cute book, and I'm not even gonna try to pronounce the title because I don't speak French fluently, but I thought it was a really nice book because my daughter often said, oh, I don't know how to draw a cow, I don't know how to draw this, I don't know how to draw that. So I figured, well, if I can help it a little bit, you know, to just give her a general idea on how to draw things, that would be great. So we got this book, and it worked really good. It has, I don't even know how many animals. This must be around 20 probably. And so they show you step by step how to draw a bunny, and then what the finished product might look like. And then they did porcupine, there's chickens, there's a fox, a sheep, all kinds of things. We didn't go through the whole book, but we did most of them, and they had a ton of fun painting and drawing their own pictures. And like at the end, that's all of the animals. And my daughter, which is 6, she's almost 7, and my son, who was 4 at the time, they both really like it. So this is a good book. I would recommend if you're trying to teach your kids to draw like very simple drawings. This is a really good book. And then this one I ordered off of the Christian book website, and it's called Our Projects 1. And off of this one we didn't really get too far because like at the end I think we were doing a bit too much and we ran out of time. But once in a while we did a few activities, and there's activities for each month. There is about 4 or 5 activities per month, and they give you all the pretty much all the material. You just have to cut and paste or glue whatever you need to do. We might just finish it over the rest of the summer, we'll see. But I thought it was a really good book, so we'll try and make time to finish it off, maybe throughout next year or just the rest of the summer, we'll see. But this is a good book for crafts that we got, and it's from Rebecca as well. So that's all I have for our grade 1 curriculum. I will receive my curriculum for grade 2, and I also already have my curriculum for kindergarten, so I will be doing a video shortly for that. And until then, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!